Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.
Hey everyone, Kenny Tony coming at you today. We got a quick video for you. So what we're going to do is just go down the reasons why we decided to go with the exhaust system that we went with. So long story short is I'm doing the hybrid. I'm not really sure what's going to work or what's not going to work. I did not have a YFZ 450 motor to kind of compare the WR motor to. So I kind of pieced things together as I went along. So the WR 450 came with its own stock header pipe, and I kept that header pipe. And I was planning on doing some modifications to it to go out the back and see if we can have it fit the YFZ system. So I ordered a YFZ 450 header pipe to just compare and contrast. And they seem very similar. Matter of fact, they seem so similar that I think they're the same pipe, or close to it realistically. So the bends are pretty close. I don't think you can get any closer. So with that being said, I went ahead and decided that I was going to go with a Barker's full exhaust system. Well, at first I bought the slip-on to fit the 450 header pipe, and then later on I found out that I could get a header pipe from one of my friends who had one from his hybrid build. So long story short, that's how I kind of got to where I went. But let's go through these videos and just check it out real quick. So here is the WR 450 header pipe that came off of the bike. I kept it with me, a little beat up, but it's no big deal, because I wasn't completely sure if it was going to line up once I got it all in there. So what I decided to do was, I figured that this wasn't going to line up, but I knew that this would mount up to the motor, and it was going to take some welding. So I bought a YFZ 450 header pipe. So I have cleaned this up with the wire wheel. I did go ahead and powder coat this shield just to see what it was going to look like. But to my surprise, these are very similar in their bends. I mean, when you stack them on top of each other, it didn't get much closer. When you straight down on top of each other, yeah, it doesn't get much closer than that. So when you take the header pipe here and you put it on the front of the WR motor, I mean, without that other stuff, it would fit perfectly on there. But considering that a 450 should fit directly on there, I think I'm going to look at getting me a Barker's full exhaust system. That's going to be next to come up soon.
It's going to be green.
My son is absolutely correct. Everything is going to have some hint of green. So we're going to go ahead and place the rear subframe on. The purpose of this is so that we have accurate mounting points when we try to hang the exhaust. So you have to remember that this exhaust system came in multiple pieces. Because I was originally going to do a slip-on, it has been designed to work with the factory 450 header pipe. And now I'm going to attempt to do a full exhaust system, and the header pipe is a little larger in diameter than the YFZ or the WR stock pipes. So it might take a little bit of work. But the exhaust that we just seen was the stock header pipe that I had welded by Sean Moore. Thank you so much. He put the O2 bung in there just in case I decided to do a air fuel ratio kit on it to make sure my jetting is pristine. But that was just one of the things that I wanted in there just in case, and he gave me a great deal on it, so we went that way. Right now what I'm doing is just using a screwdriver to help line up my holes, and I'm putting the OEM red bolts back in. These bolts will eventually be taken out, sandblasted, and powder coated black, but for right now they're going to serve the purpose of just holding the rear subframe in place. So as you see, the bubble wrap is still on. All of my parts that I have powder coated, I've wrapped each individual part in saran wrap or shrink wrap, whatever you want to call it, and bubble wrap. Purpose is, once you're building something like this and you're going this far into it, you want it to look brand new, at least when it's brand new. There's no need to powder coat all the parts and have them all beat up against each other in a box and just look like crap when you put them on. And I always take pride in all of my projects, so it's going to end up looking really nice. So here we are, looking absolutely amazing. So the camera cut off when I was trying to see if the header pipe would fit. I would say this is a 90% fit with what I bought. So let me explain that. So basically what we have here is the header pipe or the full exhaust system for Barker. And this is definitely a hybrid build. So it had its challenges. So if you've ever bought an exhaust system, you know that things are not always universal. So the slip-on is what I originally bought for the Barker system. It was about $300 or something around there, 3 something, let's say. So what happens is that it was meant for a YFZ 450, and the Barker exhaust would butt up to the factory header pipe, which was fine. That was ideal and it worked well. However, once I found out that it fit, one of my friends had the header pipe from one of his hybrids for a YFZ. So when you had the header pipe, it was bigger diameter, so it didn't necessarily want to couple up. So what I ended up having to do was just trim about a ½ an inch off of each end, trim the flare off of this side that slipped over, and then trimmed a little bit back off there. And then they fit with a kind of a unique angle, but they still up well. Overall, we are getting this thing done. It's going to look freaking sweet when it's over with. So, full Barker exhaust. Got the tip green, got the heat shield green, got the frame green. I said it was going to be green, and it's going to
be green.
So, all right, everyone, that concludes the video. YFZ 450 header pipe will fit the WR hybrid that I'm building. I did do a little bit of powder coating to a couple of the parts on there to give it a little bit more of the green accent look. And I'm super happy with it. It sounds absolutely amazing. Well, you all should know that yet. All right, everyone, thank you for checking out this video. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.